سلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وإذ قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس قال أأسجد لمن خلقت طينا قال أرأيتك هذا الذي كرمت علي لئن أخرتني إلى يوم القيامة لأحتنكن ذريته إلا قليلا قال اذهب فمن تبعك منهم فإن جهنم جزاؤكم جزاء موفورا واستفزز من استطعت منهم بصوتك وأجلب عليهم بخيلك ورجلك وشاركهم في الأموال والأولاد وعدهم وما يعدهم الشيطان إلا غرورا إن عبادي ليس لك عليهم سلطان وكفى بربك وكيلا صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. In these ayat that we recited, Surah Bani Israeel, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reminding humanity about the way shaitan has a relationship with human beings and what really happened in the past. وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that remember when we said to the angels, prostrate yourself before Adam. So when this mentions malaika, this means everything that was there, and it includes all the creations there, including those who are not technically angels, for example the shayateen and the jinn kind, the shaitan that is of jinn kind. Fasajadu, all of them did sajda, illa iblis, except Iblis. Qala, he said, Asjudu liman khalaqta tina, shall I prostrate before the one you have created from mud? Qala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this conversation is being mentioned, that this Iblis said, Qala ara'aytaka hadha alladhi karramta alayya. Shall I, so this Iblis added that tell me, this one whom you have honored more than me, لَإِنْ أَخَّرْتَنِي إِلَى يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ, if you give me delay or respite or allow me time, إِلَى يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ, until the Yawm al-Qiyamah, the day of judgment, or everyone standing before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. لَأَحْتَنِكَنَّ ذُرِّيَّتَهُ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا, I will subdue his dhurriyat or his progeny, إِلَّا قَلِيلًا, except a few of them. So here by mentioning teen or clay or mud, shaitan is saying that you are asking me to do sajda to something that is inferior to me, which goes down, and fire always goes up. So I am superior. Why have you asked me, na'udhu billah, to do sajda? And then when you have honored him over me, then I will also take revenge by leading these people astray, most of them except very few of them. So here the ulama have written that because shaitan was seeing that this human is made of clay and the body is made of clay, he understood that because of this body I will have an opening over this human being. And this is the reason why our Sufiya and our Mashayikh explain that the soul has been given this rider made of clay, and the soul, especially the higher soul, the higher nafs, it is connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the nature of that soul is to do good and to listen to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But because this rider that it is riding, or the makan, the station that it is residing in, this is made of clay and this has inferior qualities, and because of the needs of this body, the needs of feeding this body, the needs of pleasuring, giving pleasure to this body, the human being falls into the trap of shaitan. So the shaitan was looking that this is a creation made of clay, and he knew that I will have a hand over him, I will be able to lead most of them astray. The other thing is that some ulama have written that shaitan is such a big liar that it is possible that he was only making a tall, hollow claim before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this is also a lie. He will not be able to lead astray many of them. This is itself a lie that he was just saying before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Anyway, لَأَحْتَنِكَنَّ means I will cover them, I will totally cover them, and that means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has allowed the shaitan certain capacities where if one willingly listens to shaitan, submits to shaitan, makes shaitan their master, then shaitan does cover them in such a way that they are not able to find guidance. قَالَ اذْهَبْ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, go then, idhab, فَمَنْ تَبِعَكَ مِنْهُمْ, whoever among them obeys you, فَإِنَّ جَهَنَّمَ جَزَاؤُكُمْ جَزَاءً مَوْفُورًا, then hellfire shall be the reward for all of you, a full recompense. It will totally pay you for what you do. وَاسْتَفْزِزْ مَنِ اسْتَطَعْتَ, and this وَاسْتَفْزِزْ means cut them off, entice them. So shaitan does cover people in such a way that he cuts them off with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from that state. We should, those people who do sin, thinking that I will do this sin and I will return from it, it's a very dangerous thing to do, because once you do sin, you don't know if you'll be given time to repent and turn back, or would you be given the tawfiq, the will to come back from that sin. So therefore, every single sin that is done in obedience to shaitan, in listening to shaitan, has the capacity to take us away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. وَاسْتَفْزِزْ مَنِ اسْتَطَعْتَ مِنْهُمْ, cut them off, entice them with your مَنِ اسْتَطَعْتَ مِنْهُمْ, those that you can, whoever you have, whom you can, مِنْهُمْ بِصَوْتِكَ, with your voice. This ayah, according to Hazrat Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anh, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions the sawt or the sound of shaitan, this refers to music. So music is forbidden, all sorts of it. Not only that music which is produced with musical instruments, but also that music which is not produced from physical musical instruments, but technical, or those musical instruments that are related to computer digital technology. So analog music and digital music, both are haram. وَأَجْلِبْ عَلَيْهِمْ بِخَيْلِكَ وَرَجِلِكَ, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying also that rally against them your horsemen and your footmen. Your group, may it be riding or may it be walking. And from this the ulama have said that all the armies that fight the kalima of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or the believers, they are the armies of shaitan. وَشَارِكْهُمْ فِي الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَوْلَادِ, and share with them in their wealth and their children. How does shaitan share with people in their wealth and in their children? If mal is earned, wealth is earned through a haram way, that is a share of shaitan. Similarly, if it is spent in a haram way, that becomes a share of shaitan. Wal awlad, how does shaitan become partner in our awlad? Number one, if awlad is achieved through haram means. Also, if awlad is given, our children are given names based on polytheism, mushrikana names, names that have shirk in them. Or if our children are brought up to become those who obey or listen to the shaitan, then shaitan has got the share in our children. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. وَعِدْهُمْ, and also make promises to them. وَمَا يَعِدُهُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ إِلَّا غُرُورًا, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that shaitan promises them nothing but delusion. Everything that shaitan promises them, which is the benefit of this world, the satisfactions of this world, all of them are nothing but delusions and deceptions. Inna ibadi laysa laka alayhim sultan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, my servants. Who are my servants? Those who listen to me, those who try their best to stick to me. They are the ibad of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna ibadi laysa laka alayhim sultan. Those who try their best to stick to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, shaitan will not have any control over them. Laysa laka alayhim sultan. You will not have any control. You have no control over them. وَكَفَى بِرَبِّكَ وَكِيلًا. And your Lord is enough to look after everything. So those people who submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those people who keep asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those people who take refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is promising that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala becomes their wakil. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala becomes their caretaker. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes care of their affairs, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protects them from the shaitan, so much so that shaitan does not have any authority, any control over those people. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from those people. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. آمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.